What's going on, my psychedelic squad? It's Trippy here, coming at you with another Madden 19 video today, man. And I'm gonna do something a little different. I ain't did this in so long, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a team of the week 16 predictions video. Now, before you already start trolling in the comment section, I already know that team of the week will not be released until next week, once all of the EA members or workers or whatever you want to call them get back from, doing their little holiday visits and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there while we have time in between, now and 8 o'clock when the new promotion and stuff drops. So with all that being said, man, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, two-piece those mofos. It'll help the channel grow tremendously. Now that I got my little shameless plug out the way, let's go ahead and get into my predictions for the team of the week 16. Now, here are my 6 predictions for offense for the week. We've got Mr. Robbie Anderson, who in the game in that shootout against Green Bay, Sam Darnold versus Aaron Rodgers, that went to OT, surprisingly. I don't think anybody expected that. Robbie Anderson had 9 receptions for 140 yards and 1 touchdown. Now, he's got a lot of potential. Now, I might go ahead and get totally sidetracked while talking about these things. He's got a lot of potential to be like a pretty decent receiver, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the connection with Sam Darnold, if it's like a week-by-week basis. I have no idea what goes on. But he has the potential to do this on a week-to-week basis. 9 receptions, 140. I think he had like 14 targets too. So Sam Darnold made a consistent effort to get him the ball, and it showed with his results. Doesn't help that Green Bay really doesn't have the best defense. But my next pick, Nelson Aguilar, man. 5 receptions for 116 yards and 1 TD to help my Philadelphia Eagles get by the Houston Texans. Honestly, the game shouldn't have been that close. There was a lot of stuff that happened that let Houston get back into the game. But if you take away his 1 touchdown reception, I think he would have had like 30 yards on 4 receptions. But that 180-something yard touchdown reception, which basically that kind of should have opened up the floodgates and ended up giving him such a pretty decent stat line. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Nelson Aguilar has had a Team of the Week card so far this year. He's really had an up and down season, so not too sure. But CJ Anderson filling in for Todd Gurley in the LA Rams. Jesus Christ. My man had 20 carries, 167 yards, and 1 touchdown. Me personally, I didn't even know CJ Anderson was on the LA Rams. I really thought that he went to like Buffalo or something crazy like that. But he definitely made the most out of his opportunity to start, and the Rams must have known what they had in CJ Anderson as a backup, because he went the hell off, helping them get by the Arizona Cardinals, which really isn't, that big of a feat, but helping them score, I think it was like 30 points, 30-9 or something crazy like that. So shout outs to CJ Anderson. Chris Carson, man, he ran like a man possessed yesterday night, man, or last night, I should say. Chris Carson, 27 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His yards per carry might not show it, but he was showcasing some really tough running, something that was really, 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 really needed for Russell Wilson to be able to beat that Kansas City team. Also, we got Kyle Rudolph, man. 9 receptions, 122 yards, and 2 TDs as the Minnesota Vikings beat the Detroit Lions 27-9. Then for my last one, of course, I got Jamal Williams filling in for, I think, Aaron Jones, who previously got a Team of the Week boss card. No, not a boss, but a hero card. He filled in with 15 carries, 95 yards, and a touchdown. That's like a regular day in the office for like all-star. But for Jamal Williams, who I'm pretty sure hasn't gotten a card all year, who I'm pretty sure has like a low overall card, who could possibly slide in and get that 79 overall card for the week. And now we're going to go ahead and get to my defensive predictions for the week. And one of these dudes went the hell off. I'm going to go sit here and lie to you. But I'm going to start from the bottom up this time. We've got Josh Jones, who had 12 total tackles and a pass defense. Josh Jones, I think, is a safety for the Green Bay Packers, who also played in that game, of course, against the Jets. And I can see them giving him a card, because the only other card he's got, other than his core gold card, is a out-of-position middle linebacker card. And I think they're playing him a little bit more in the middle of that defense. So I can see them showing him just a little bit more love. Then we got Mr. Eric Wilson, I don't know who he got to start for, but he got to start. I think it's just his first start as a in the NFL. So I think he is a linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings. Went in there, filled in for whoever. 7 total tackles and 1 sack on the day. Not too shabby. Then we got Mr. Sean Davis. I know I skipped ahead. But we got Mr. Sean Davis. 5 total tackles, 2 pass defenses, and 1 interception on Drew Brees. Man, that's not too shabby. Jason McCoy did 3 tackles, 2 pass defenses, and a pick. My boy Chris Long got 2 total tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble, which helped also should have opened up the floodgates on that game against the Texans. But man, I'm really shocked, I don't know how to pronounce this man's name. The dude at the top of the screen, Patrick Onwunsar, or whatever his name is, that man basically went off. Dude had 8 total tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and a forced fumble. Surprised the man didn't have a motherfucking interception too, bro. Dude went off. There really wasn't too many defensive standout performances other than Patrick Onwunsar, and then my choice, or my prediction I should say, for the defensive team of the week hero for week 16. Speaking of heroes predictions, here is my boss and my hero for the week. And we have, I'm going to start from the bottom up. My defensive pick is Lorenzo Alexander. My man's had 14 total tackles and an interception. And normally he is not known for pass coverage. And I think he's a left or right outside linebacker for the Buffalo Bills. Dude's like fucking 15 years in the league, bro. Still out there flying around, getting to the ball, and he got a pick on Tom Brady himself. And I didn't really necessarily see the play, just seen the stat line, so I can't really tell you like if it was one of those crazy athletic plays or if it was like dude got hit by like a Jerry Hughes and then he just so happened to catch the ball. But either way, it's a really good defensive stat line. Then we got my man Big Dick Nick Foley and Dynamite. There's so many more nicknames that I can go ahead and throw out. My man's was 35 for 49, 471 yards, and 4 TDs in that win against the Houston Texans. Now, for all of you guys who are like, man, he hasn't had a card all year, he hasn't did blah, 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 just remember, Derrick Henry. I feel like that's all I should say. Derrick Henry hasn't done jack diddly squat. My man had 4 touchdowns in the game and all, his 99 stiff arm performance. And the next thing you know, he's getting a boss card. So before you give me any of that hate, remember that guy. Then we have my man, Zach Ertz, who is definitely deserving of the hero for this week. Now, hopefully, I'm not really sure how they'll do this, just considering how they're going on break and all this other stuff, but I'm pretty sure they'll still have the boss for the week, and I feel like nobody deserves it more than Zach Ertz. And the reason I say that is he carried, I'm not going to say necessarily carried, Nelson Aguilar did have more receiving yards than him, but that was on one play. Zach Ertz was constantly getting targeted throughout the game. He had like maybe 1 or 2 drops, but wasn't really too bad. But with 12 receptions, 110 yards, and 2 TDs, and then one of those being like on a lot of those catches, a few of his catches were in like really crucial situations, like 3rd and 18 or 3rd and 10. Like it really helped build some momentum on that final drive so we can go ahead and kick that game-winning field goal. Also, he did break Jason Witten's record for most receptions by a tight end in NFL history, so in a single season. So congrats to my man Zach Ertz. Hopefully he gets another card. I do have your primetime performer too, man. So as soon as you get this card, I don't give a damn what I got to do. I will have you, and I might even have Nick Foles. There's so many quarterbacks, man. I got Donovan McNabb, Carson Wentz, etc., etc. I can go on for days that I want to use on the squad, bro. And I'm going to keep flip-flopping them until I find out which one's the best for me. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into my prediction for the Team of the Week limited time card. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to make this quick for you, man. Not really sure if they'll actually do a limited time card for week 16, but if they do, definitely needs to be Aaron Donald, bro. Also broke a record on Sunday, man. Aaron Donald had 7 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 4 tackles for loss. Now, if I'm not mistaken, sacks and tackles for loss all count under total tackles. So if you add all that up, bro, every play he made was behind the line of scrimmage. Let that sink in, bro. Every play he made was behind the line of scrimmage. 3 freaking sacks on the quarterback and 4 tackles for loss. Doesn't matter. That dude is a monster. And if Khalil Mack got his limited time card, his 95 overall card, basically off the same stat line for the most part, then I feel like Aaron Donald should also get the limited time card for this week. Dude did ball out, and granted it was against the Arizona Cardinals, it shouldn't matter. Dude set the record for the most sacks by a defensive tackle in a single season with 18.5. Now, I'm not really sure if that should be a record because he's not necessarily listed as a defensive tackle. He is a right end in a 3-4 defense. If that's the case, then J.J. Watt should have that record, but that's a topic for a whole nother day. Either way, let me know what you think of my predictions down below in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe for more. 2-piece those mofos, it'll help the channel grow tremendously. Also, subscribe for more Madden 19 content such as this. And until next time, guys, peace.